Here's a full description of how to use a short answer item in here. So this you would use something for like a name, a couple words. I'm not exactly sure the amount that you see for the user, but it is unlimited. So what I mean by that is you might only see 20 characters at a time when you're entering it, but you could put as much as you want in. There's really no limit there. It's not stopping you on that end. So you'll see more of that in a second. So first thing I have to do is it always defaults your first one when you make a form to multiple choice. So I'm going to click over to this item chooser window and choose short answer. And I'm going to type in the question and I'll say what your name. And you can see I have description activated. If I didn't, it would just look like this. But I do want description activated, so I'll click these three dots, say description, and I'll say name. So now that's basically it. I've made it said what is your name. I've given them some help text. I can make it required. And the other part of it is what I could do is I can use what they call here data validation, but we'll cover that in another video. There's quite a few options with that, so we'll keep that as a separate thing. So you can see I've made this, put that option in. All my changes are saved in Drive. So now I can go to the preview. I just need to refresh it because I already had it open. So now you can see what this looks like for the user. So again, we built it. Now in another tab, and I'll show you how to get between these in other videos. You can see I have my sample data sheet. It's telling me some of them are required, and this is one of them. So I could just type into it. It gets the red line under it because it's required. I'll say. So I type it in, and I would say submit. What you'll see is if I don't put anything in there, it gives me this is a required question. If I try to hit submit, nothing happens, it won't go through. So that's a nice feature that you can use to make sure that people fill out certain sections. Now I'll hit submit. It'll give me my confirmation that I put it all in there. Again, we're going to learn how to change this screen here later. Now when I go to my actual data sheet, you can see what is your name was filled out, and I put it in and filled out. The sheet was filled out once. For that one I wrote Paul Herring. How this will work going forward is every time you enter a new one, it'll be a new row here. You always get this header row, which are your items or your questions. Then each time you fill one out, you'll get a new row. You can see I only filled out one thing, but I got 2 columns here. This is another nice feature that this does. It will timestamp whenever you hit submit. It'll always put that on there. So on May 22nd at 10:07 a.m. and 5 seconds, they're very specific with this, 10:07 at 5 seconds is when I hit submit. So that's in there. So that's the basics of setting up a short answer. Again, I wanted to show you this. Let's go submit another response. What you can see is if I were to put more here, I can keep going. There's nothing stopping me here. I can keep going. I can put something longer. The only difference between this and the next one, which is the paragraph text, is that what you see while you're typing. So you wouldn't want this if you're giving someone a comments field with you wanted them to write a lot in there, because it's hard to keep track of what you wrote. So now if I submit this one, I can go to my data sheet. Now you can see it all went in there, and it timestamped this one now. We're going to learn a lot more about data sheets as you go forward. One thing that you'll notice if you have multiple items, this will get cut off here, but it'll all be there. We'll go over this more. But that is short answer.